And now we will be talking about, oh boy, yes, the beginning after the end. So if you are not aware what even that series is, basically it has an anime adaptation that is it made by the studio Akat, if I'm correct. But my goodness, many people are not liking the anime adaptation. It doesn't reflect the story, and as you can expect, it has a PowerPoint presentation like Blue Lock Season 2. Spoiler alert. Why is that? So we're gonna be showing you a clip of how bad the beginning after the end animation that looks like. So yeah, let's take a look at the animation and ask yourself, is it worth watching? Let's take a look. That's the quick clip from the beginning after the end, and my goodness, that fighting presentation is just, yeah, they're lazy to animate. Oh, Hoshi, are your reactions? What's your reaction to this?
I think the producers or the yeah, I mean the producers haven't give enough salary to the animators. That's why that's why they just pull a Blue Lock season 2 animation.
Pretty much, and it is very bad. It is very bad. So yes, the creator of the beginning after the end have made a statement, and I will be looking for one right now. Where is it? Because I remember they made a statement. Yes, and heck, look at the petition of the cancellation of the beginning after the end. Like if you take a look right here, you can see that it's already over 10,967 signatures because they were not happy with how it's being animated. And I think anyone who watched Blue Lock season 2 can relate to this because of how awful that is, right? So I could not find a statement what the creator said because I remembered. There it is. In regards to everything, there you go. We're gonna read the statement together, and that is the author. That is that. Yes, I'm not kidding. This was written by the author of the beginning after the end. So let's read this one. With the anime adaptation of the beginning after the end having reached its third week and SakuraCon approaching, I felt it's necessary for me to speak up in hopes to quell any misunderstandings making the rounds. I want to start off by thanking all of you. Things have gotten loud, for lack of a better word, and I sincerely was touched by the heartfelt messages I have received. It means a lot to me that throughout the near decade of writing the beginning after the end, the story has amassed such a passionate fan base. Coming from a time where I was sitting in the corner of a cafe, writing the novel by myself, for myself, it's obvious just how large the beginning after the end has gotten. I'm no longer just responsible for myself, but for my team members, the partners associated with my work, as well as my readers. And with each iteration of the beginning after the end, where more and more people are involved, comes its own unique set of challenges and intricacies. The anime adaptation has been a huge learning experience collaborating in an industry with so many different people across Tapas, Studio Akat, and Crunchyroll, who all bring their own unique vision of what TBATE, the anime, could be. At the end of the day, there will always be creative differences in the role, but I really do believe that everyone is coming at it with their best effort and intentions. So, he learned in the anime industry that it's very rare for the creator to have a say in design the ins and outs when it comes to the inception of an anime. This was a growing point for me since I was so used to having control over everything regarding the beginning after the end. After all, for the novel, I am the one writing it. For the comic, I oversee every single round. When the beginning after the end was optioned for an anime, I realized there were millions of moving parts before production could even begin. Oftentimes, the best products are an amalgamation of passion, hard work, and luck from a strong and dedicated team. But as with anything you love, whether it's your pet, your story, or even your child, When faced with challenges, you don't wish for it to be gone and have a do-over. You support it through difficult times and push it up so that it can become something that you can cherish because of all of the trials and tribulations you have overcome together. When we first adapted to the beginning after the end into a webcomic, it was just me and Fuyuki23 along with our editors. At the time, because of the limited resources, we were only able to put out episodes that were roughly 30 to 50 panels long, which was considered well below the industry standard. Complaints came about this, but in the end, the support that it ultimately garnered allowed our team to grow and to be able to improve despite the obstacles that came our way. As the author of The Beginning After the End, one who has spent 10 years writing almost 2 million words of the story, I hope you will believe me when I say that I want nothing but the best for the story. Whatever feelings you have for the anime, I am thankful for all the people behind the scenes who have given me this opportunity, and I am thankful for all of you for helping make this happen in the first place. You have struck through the beginning after the end at its highs and lows, so I ask for your support now. Please continue being the rock that gave the beginning after the end the time and chance to be where it is today. I am not asking you to like something you don't, but please be respectful and set an example in the vast ocean that is the internet. Many creators think of their fan base as a double-edged sword, but as the one who is fortunate to be wielding the sword, I know that it all starts with acknowledging and respecting both blades. Every time I make regarding the beginning after the end, I make with the intention of respecting myself and all of the time and tears I spend writing it, respecting those supporting me in an unfamiliar industry, and respecting you all in the hopes that whatever is made could be something you like. I am only human and not every one of my decisions may play out perfectly, but believe me when I say that I respect you, my fans, for your dedication and support for the beginning after the end. I am still very much going to SakuraCon and I can't wait to meet those who can make it so I can share a small special announcement with you all. That was the official statement from the author of the beginning after the end. So I cannot blame him for what he said. It's completely understandable. But I respect what he said. But at the same time, I really feel bad for not having a proper anime adaptation. So yeah, I do feel bad for the author of the beginning of the end. So, if you look at the Redditors, what they say here, they said a cat outsourced both episode 1 and 2 to the Chinese studio. I have the utmost respect for you, Termomi, and we understand you really can't speak you exactly because, let's be real here, because if he cannot say that he doesn't like it, right? I'm not trying to be cheapy reviews, but but he's right because basically the author cannot have any negativity to put in his statement because that would be very unprofessional if it's a thing because again he is under contract and I do wish he could speak out against it, but it is how the industry works. You're asking us to cherish the anime, but I just don't see it being better. We know the staff working on it and know what they're capable of just from looking at their track record. That being said, I would love to be proven wrong and happy that you have acknowledged the voice of your fans. And yeah, if you can see, they're saying ACAT are actually useless. So again, I cannot blame the author because he cannot call out because I mean I really feel bad for him. Like I really hope he will have a proper anime adaptation, but this is the treatment we're getting. Yeah, I really do feel bad. I really do feel bad for him. Really, really, I really do feel bad. And yeah, so if I were you, I would suggest not to watch the anime adaptation, even though it is already on Netflix here in the Philippines. I would say avoid that anime at all costs. It's not worth your time watching this anyway. So before we head over to the next one here, Trumaine, have you heard of the beginning after the end?
Yes, I've been aware of it.
And have you are you aware of how how crappy the animations are in when you notice it?
Yes, I am quite aware of that.
And what do you have? What are your words on that anime? Like, have you seen the episodes already? If so, can you share us right here?
I've only seen a couple of clips.
but I haven't seen the full episodes yet. But seeing a lot of like YouTubers actually make it make show up the scenes. There's only one thing I could only say, and it's this one. Which studio and Mappa would like to have a word with you, Studio ACAT? Seriously, you guys need a lot of training. If you guys
I
don't
mean,
know,
Studio A. I mean,
I
Studio
mean,
A cut. From what I've heard, is it's just outsourced and it's not good.
yeah.
It just makes the anime look bad. All right, continue.
But seriously though, if they would have went, I would suggest that the anime would have been better if it was like animated in either Wit Studio or Mappa. Any of the two would be actually be known because they're really great when it comes to actions like these ones. But really, Studio ACAT, come on. You got a lot of resources and you got a lot of time to like work on with the action scenes. We're not here to watch a 2D animation that was done by an 18 or maybe a 12-month old kids who are like just doing it in a basement or somewhere. But seriously though, what are the chances to like waste the opportunity to like do it in Wit Studio or do it in Mappa? Let them have the time to like cook it up, and then you got yourself a great anime that will be appreciated by a lot of many that would make them read the web novel.
Right. Yeah. Right. And I really see the beginning up to the end having a bit potential, but that potential is already wasted. And I thought A cut would be good, but nope. They're keeping their bad track record, and that is what I do not want to see in the future anime. Because if we see Studio A cut being the animation studio for the other anime titles that we are excited of, it's already dead on arrival. So I have to say to Studio A-Cut, you need a lot of work, like what Jumi said, and I am very disappointed at the anime staff team at the beginning after the end. I really feel bad. I really do. Dreaming, do you feel bad for the author, right?
Yeah, I really do, especially in how the story is actually pretty good when I read it just earlier. It was like there's like a really big potential to like have a really epic story of reincarnation and trying to correct your mistakes. But no, we just get an anime that was like done with a budget of about $500, maybe even lesser than that. It's like,
Come
you
on.
know, come on. We've
That's
got something better to do to this. I mean, to be honest, this is really comparable to Blue Lock season 2.
Oh yes, yes, exactly. If
So
you're the
real.
Blue Lock fans, if you're the Blue Lock fans watching our show right now, you may know that the beginning up to the end is the Blue Lock sibling. Welcome, welcome.
Like, oh my god,
Yes!
guys.
Blue Lock sibling!
Like, oh my god, guys, just do some a bit of research and even try to pay a lot of money, even more, just to do 3 frames at a time. Isn't that hard to do for like 24 frames a second? Instead, you just made it 5 frames per second. Come on.
Come
They're supposed
on.
they're supposed to work with the action, not make the action look like a live version of a manga page. Sorry, we're gonna get a bit out of nowhere here. But yeah,
Yeah,
seriously, what's wrong?
I'm very disappointed. Yeah, I am very disappointed. Uh, if you're gonna if you're going to start getting into the beginning up to the end, just I have 3 words. Avoid the anime, okay? Avoid the anime. It's not worth it. Who
Just read
agrees,
the
right?
manga, guys.
Yeah, just read the webcomic, brother. Yeah, just read the
Oh, it's
webcomic. I'm
comic.
very disappointed.
Yeah, yeah, it's comic. Just read the comic, guy.
And a word towards
Exactly.
the author, if ever there'll be a time, please reconsider who you're gonna be, who's gonna be the animation studio who'll adapt your work. Consider which studio or Mappa or the guys behind Demon Slayer. They do a fantastic job towards doing animations like these. Come on,
Yeah, right.
man.
Do better next
Womp
time,
womp.
please. Do better. Womp 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 womp.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.